my grandma's one time with all my aunts and uncles there, and I don't remember what we were doing, but I just remember that I needed to go lay down, and I went to my grandma's room, and my aunt checked to see if I was okay, and when she was talking to me, I couldn't talk. I was trying and it was no words, not even a sound. It was silence. But you can tell I was trying to say something because my mouth would open like I was going to talk. But I couldn't, so I started crying and told her like that, like I can't talk. And so she went to get a paper and pen, and I wrote down how I was feeling, and for her to call my mom to go over there where I was, and I'm not sure what happened after that. I don't know if they took me to the doctor or what, but I know that's when I started feeling bad with my speech.
Okay. Do you remember how many times you've been to the emergency room?
Ooh,
In the
a lot.
In the last year, or?
In the last year, probably saying 30 times.
And why were you going to the emergency room? Was it seizures?
From the bad headaches. And then the seizures happened January of this year, where I started shaking very bad, and my muscles were twitching, and my mom had to call the ambulance to the house because it was hard for me to breathe again. I told her I was having a hard time breathing, and that by then I was pretty out of it, where I told her that I was talking to my Aunt Marlene, who passed away, so she started panicking and called my brother and told him to help me through the situation. And I told my brother in the mumbling, I told him that I was not feeling good, if he can please call the ambulance. And then he said, well, what's wrong? And I tell him that my chest hurt, the headaches, sensitive to touch, hard to breathe. It felt like I was dying, I told him, and then I was sweating hot, but my body was real cold. So he called the ambulance and they went and they hooked me up to a machine to check my heart, the EKG machine, and said it was okay, but that it was up to me if I wanted to go to the hospital to check other symptoms to make sure that everything's okay. And I said yeah, because I don't feel good and I don't want to stay like this. So the ambulance took me, and I don't remember the ride over there. I just remember getting there and telling me that the tests were negative, which I was already immune to hearing that.
So all this time, Stacy, all these times to the emergency room, your symptoms are getting worse, and no one knew what was going on with you?
No one knew what was wrong with me. All the tests that they've done, it made me feel like it was all in my head. Like, nothing's wrong with me. It made me feel like that. They didn't say that, but that's how I felt from all the tests being negative.
Did they put you on drugs?
Yeah, a lot of drugs. They gave me a lot of medicines through the IV, plus a lot of pills, a lot of medicines. I was saying earlier,
And did any of them help at all?
no, not too much. Just very little, but not a whole lot. The pain was still real bad.
So when you first came to see me, you had been taken off all the drugs, as I recall.
Yeah, the neurologist in Albuquerque at UNM took me off all the medicines.
Did he say why?
He didn't say why to me, but I don't know about to my mom.
And did he give you any diagnosis?
He didn't give me no diagnosis. My mom still tries to call him, and it's already May of 2012, pretty much, and tries to see how my tests were that I did a while back, but he don't return the phone calls. So
Interesting.
I just gave up on the doctors, and I told my mom, don't even bother calling them no more. Even if I'm real sick, I don't even want to go to the emergency room. I just wait and put ice packs directly on my pain spots, and have my episodes, which are seizures, pretty much. Wait until I come in here, because this is what's making me feel better than all those other medicines.
So tell us about that. Since the first day you came, when you could hardly walk in here, and I remember you could hardly talk. We could not have done this interview. I know that.
Yeah.
Tell us how things have changed for you through this therapy.
This changed for the good. I am very happy, because all those medicines that I took, I didn't feel better. I always felt worse, like more pain. And then, yeah, the headaches would feel better, but the rest of the body would feel pain too. And I just felt horrible, miserable, and all that made me feel very depressed, which caused me to go see counseling. I still go see, because it's helping me along with this quantum therapy to get better. It's helping me deal with the situation before